Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Well, we're at Honister Pass and me and my buddy Lee are going to do a wild camp on the top of Haystacks this evening. As you can probably see, the weather is absolutely beautiful. Sun, cracking the flags. Not really, miserable, grim, wet. Lee's dressed up like he's going on some Himalayan expedition with his 88-litre rucksack. So we've got to go up there, which probably doesn't look that steep on this video, but it is. So anyway, we're going to crack on. I'll film as we go up, but yeah, that's the plan. Sunset and sunrise and a wild camp all in one go. And I'm using a Nikon Z6ii today, so we'll see if that is actually any good for landscape photography. But we've got about, I reckon, 2 hours to get up there, so I'm going to crack on. We'll see you at the top. Well, we made it over the hard bit. That's we've come to one of these little bothies that you see. I think there's two of these. I'm not sure if this is Dub's Hut, and then you've got Warn Scale bothy further down. But we made it through the hard slog at the start. The old man of the mountains was saying that I should have set off from Greengarth, and we looked at it and thought, not with the best part of 25 kilos on your back. We'll take on the hard bit first. So I don't know what that walk, the one that he's done, is like, but this one, as soon as you get over the first bit, it took about 30 minutes, 35 minutes just to do the first climb, which is pretty good really with all this weight, and neither of us are as fit as mountain goats, so it's good. So the next thing is, basically we've got to go that way and up this path, and then that leads us round onto Haystacks and around there. So the cloud is breaking up, it's patchy. I'm hoping that clear outside is right tonight, because clear outside saying that it's 66% coverage. And if that's the case, that means dappled light. It's not going to be in a massive sunset, I'm not expecting that, but some dappled light in the golden hour could be quite tasty. So anyway, beautiful to be out. Yeah, so we're going to try and find a campsite. We're going to try and find a campsite on the top of the Haystacks. We're going to try and find a pitch, and then once we've got that done, then we're going to have a look around for some compositions and have some food and chill out and wait for sunrise, sunset even. So that's it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, which gives us loads and loads of time to sort it out. So I'll flick you back on when we get a bit nearer the top. Just got to turn you back on for a second, just look at that. Absolutely magnifique. Light in the valley, cloud above us. This is just going to be absolutely epic. Problem is now we've upped the pace because we've seen the light down in the valley, and it's quite tough with all this weight on, but we'll get there. Lee's wanting to pitch his tent here. I'm like, come on, let's go a bit further. So we've got a bit further to go, but God, it's worth going up here. Absolutely well worth it. Right, onwards and upwards to the top. I'll put you back on. So I've got a little shot here with the heather. I'll flick you around, you can have a little composition. So basically what I'm trying to do is just use the heather as foreground interest, and then you've got it going into Buttermere, and then Crummock Water's the lake that's on the far side. You've got a little sort of like dappled light on the mountains, which is quite nice, showing a bit of contrast. But you can see this this line here is the bit that I'm just not sure of. It just seems to drop off, and I don't know. Dramatic clouds though, they look good, but we'll have to see when I get it into post if it's actually going to work. But just nice to be out. But yeah, so ISO 640 to try and, because there's a bit of wind, so got to get the shutter speed up as high as I can get it, which this is, as I said before when I started this video, this is a bit of a test for the Z6ii to see if it'll actually work as well as my D810. Now I know what my D810 will do and how I can go with the ISO before I start getting noise and all that sort of stuff. This is a bit of a voyage of discovery with the Z6ii. So far, I mean, the one thing I would say about this camera is the in-body stabilisation system is absolutely immense. I think that I've never been good at hand holding, but with this thing, with the lens vibration reduction as well, it's just unbelievable. But is it going to be good enough at 24 megapixels as well as good as the D810 at 36? Time will tell with that. I think it will, because I don't think that you need to have 36 megapixels unless you're printing out absolutely monstrous prints. I think the 24 megapixels will be fine, so we will see. I'll give a bit more of a rundown of the camera and my thoughts towards the end once I've post-processed these images, but we'll see. Onwards and upwards. So we just got absolutely drenched. The wild camping aspect of this video is probably not going to happen because the conditions have just been absolutely horrendous. So we're both thinking that perhaps the wild camping part will leave, but the actual photography side of it will continue until we get drenched again. But the weather isn't good, and sometimes on these expeditions it is wiser to lead with your head rather than your heart, because we don't want the mountain rescue having to come out and rescue us later on. So it's these squalling showers that are blowing through, not good. But anyway, what an absolutely magnificent place to take pictures. Lee's up there shooting some heather and some big zoom stuff. There he is up there, look, you see him in his element. I've just been taking some pictures of this heather, and there's a rock there, so if these images were any good, I didn't get a chance to throw the camera up because the light just popped quickly, so if they're any good I'll stick them up now for you. But have a look at this, you can have a little look at this view that I'm looking at. Just look at that. How good is that? Part of the problem with some of these images is how you link the foreground to the background, which is the bit that I've been struggling with, to be honest, because it's just the sheer drop off the edge of there. So I don't know if they work, if I'm hand on heart, but we'll see. If they're any good, I'll stick them now for you. So there's always the way with the Lake District, you can never predict the weather. Look at the state of this now. Look at Leo here, get your Mac on, lad. Right, we're going to head down because it's just, we're not getting any images in this, we're forever cleaning the lens. So I'm going to save my review of the Z6ii for another video. Sorry this was a bit short, but you can't do it in this weather. So until next time, I hope you enjoy the content. If you have, don't forget, give us a like, subscribe. And if we ever get down off this mountain, I'll see you on the next one. Wow. Superb.